Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. Tonight we're going for a stout beer. It's November, it's getting chilly, it's time for dark stuff, and as you can tell by the polo, it's from Titanic. The beer in question is this one. It is the Chocolate and Vanilla Stout. And it doesn't tell you an awful lot on the bottle other than it's 4.5% ABV. It's brewed by Titanic, funnily enough, and it's brewed using roast barley and Maris Otter pale malt, which gives a huge amount of rich body to the beer and a generous amount of English North Down hops to create a bitter edge. The sweetness comes from the addition of chocolate and Madagascar vanilla. To look at, it describes it as a black beer. To the nose, there's going to be chocolate and vanilla, and the flavours are said to consist of smooth chocolate and vanilla. It tells you right there on the bottle. A little close up there. So that's a bit of an idea of what's going on. And the ingredients list is on the other side. It does actually list chocolate and vanilla flavourings. So whether or not it's real sort of cacao nibs or anything like that, we don't know. Or if it's actual vanilla, it just says flavourings. Take that with a pinch of salt. We don't know what it is, but be that as it may, it's what it tastes like that matters. So let's crack it open and see what we think. So we get a little bit of smoke off the top. Pour into the old Stoke Beer Festival glass, and the pour is dark. Good. That's what I want to see. There we are. Carefully poured so not as to generate a huge amount of head. So that's your beer. Dark. Black as the ace of spades. I've got the lighting over here and I can see nothing through it whatsoever. The head, I'm sure, if it was poured properly, would have a decent amount to it, but there is none now. Yeah, light carbonation. Black as the ace of spades. Let's have a whiff. Yeah, I'm getting vanilla. Lots of it. Typical roasted barley, roasted malts. Really deep and rich. And smooth chocolate. They're not lying. It's exactly what I get. Let's have a taste. Immediately, that smooth, sweet vanilla comes through. A little bit of chocolate. Plenty of those roasted malts. The chocolate is actually more prominent on the finish than it is anywhere else. It's kind of like you've got a coating of chocolate in your mouth. Very pleasant. Body is kind of medium to sort of medium heavy. Really smooth. Sweet. Not getting any real hint of that bitterness. But then again, I'm not looking for that in a chocolate and vanilla stout. I'm looking for the chocolate and vanilla more than anything. Perhaps a little bit of coffee to back it up and balance it out. I'm getting a little bit of those sort of roasted coffee notes, but prominently chocolate, bit of vanilla. Very tasty indeed. And at only 4.5%, it's really, really sessionable. I'm very used to getting these kind of flavours out of bit sort of 8, 9, 10%ers, and wanting to enjoy more than one, but given the ABV, you really can't. So to find something as flavoursome as this in a lower ABV is much to my liking. So very happy there. I've touched on the finish sort of being prominent with the chocolate. It's not very long lasting finish, so it does make you want to go back for more, just to get some more of that lovely delicious sweetness. Very, very tasty. Lovely. So, Titanic Brewery's Chocolate and Vanilla Stout. What do I think of you? I like you a lot. You've got everything you say on the bottle. You make no promises that you can't keep, and that is quite rare. Quite often I find sort of beers from other breweries claiming to have these flavours that really aren't there. Or if they are, they're so small that you really struggle to detect them. You've got to be kind of a bloodhound to get any clue of it being there. So yes, I'm very, very happy. I like the branding on this particular one. It's different to the rest of sort of plum porters, icebergs, white stars, steerage, all those. It's quite different. I like the hint of cartography on the label. If you look carefully, you can see the sort of the blue and gold. There is kind of hints of maps going on. It's very nice indeed. I like it. It makes no difference to the beer though. It's just great that the beer's really, really good. Now, would I buy Chocolate Vanilla Stout from Titanic again? I would. I really would. It's very, very tasty. And it's a very sensible ABV. And it's really, really pleasing to me that we've got a flavoursome stout at that ABV. I know I've said that already, but I want to emphasise that point. It's not very often you get this amount of flavour at such a low ABV. So yes, I would buy you again. Would I rush out and buy you again? Silly question. I absolutely would. There's none of that clagginess that you sometimes get from an overly heavy stout. You've got the flavours that it promises and delivers, and you've got that sensible ABV. So yes, I would rush out and buy it again. No questions asked. In fact, it would be silly of me not to, given the time of year that we're now in. So yeah, I would rush out and buy it again. So with that, what am I going to give it as a score? Well, it delivers on all its promises. When it comes to stouts, it's got everything I like. You've got the coffee notes, you've got the chocolate, you've got that vanilla that comes through to balance it all. Can I fault it in any way, shape or form? I can't. I really can't. I'm looking for a reason to mark it down and I can't find one. So with that in mind, there's no way I can score it anything other than 5 out of 5. Let's be honest. I cannot find a reason to score it lower. It's got everything I like. Win-win. So there we are, ladies and gents, boys and girls, ships, boats and other seagoing vessels who may be watching. This has been Titanic's Chocolate and Vanilla Stout. I've been Nick and I'm a very happy camper, and I will see you again soon in another video. Bye.